Let's dive into China, because our next guest thinks China's options are limited, short of taking drastic actions against the United States. Shehzad Qazi is the China Beige book COO and managing director. So we are set to get these higher tariffs now, 104% increase on China altogether. What is China going to do about it?
Well, they can do things like double down on tariffs. They can announce more investigations. They can go after more companies. They can tell their citizens, do not go and buy from American companies. Boycott them. They've done that before to companies belonging to the Japanese and so forth. So they have those toolkits. But beyond that, I don't see them taking some of the biggest, most drastic actions that would be considered, I think, acts of war, like weaponizing the Treasury holdings or trying to interfere with our critical supplies.
So $760 billion is what China holds now in U.S. Treasuries. It's come down a lot, but it's still the #2 foreign holder of our debt. You don't see that as a weapon?
I don't think that they're going to try to use that right now. I think that would be a very, very serious escalation. We need to keep in mind that ultimately what Xi wants here is a deal. And they've been hoping actually to get the quote-unquote right messages across to the administration since really the beginning. They would like for all this to go away as soon as possible.
We're on a day when the offshore yuan hit an all-time low against the dollar. So we're talking about a country that's export-driven. We're talking about something that really is as catastrophic as you can get. And I guess I want to be clear here. While I'm frustrated by some of the policy, I'm all for pushing here. And I think we have all the cards to play here. I really do. I mean, I think that the things I worry more about are not necessarily what China can do back to us, but I worry more about how China's going to react in the region. And frankly, China spent a lot of time in the last year really disregarding a lot of protocols that I think are very important ones. Can you talk about that? I mean, should we be more concerned about Taiwan here? And some of the things that I think, frankly, have us more worried than what happens to the Chinese economy.
Yeah, look, I mean, they've gotten very, very aggressive in terms of their military drills. There's this idea that, could you ultimately conceal a real invasion of Taiwan under one of these drills? They've gotten very aggressive vis-a-vis the Philippines. So certainly that risk is there. And, that also creates a problem of accidental war between the U.S. and China. Again, I would put Taiwan right now in the bucket of things that they do not want to get to. An invasion of Taiwan, I don't think, is very high on the priority list for 2025. That calculus will most likely change, I think, as we get towards the end of the decade.